Imagine standing at a crossroads, where each path represents a different kind of friendship. Some paths are lined with glittering lights and the allure of glamour, leading to relationships based on status, wealth, or convenience. Others, less trodden, wind through the depths of mutual respect, shared virtues, and meaningful connections. This is the metaphorical landscape we navigate when choosing our friends, a decision that shapes the very fabric of our lives. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, this choice holds profound significance. Stoicism, a school of thought that has stood the test of time, offers us timeless wisdom on how to lead a virtuous and fulfilling life. At its heart lies the concept of meaningful human connections, transcending the superficial bonds that often entangle us. But why does Stoicism caution us against superficial friendships? Why does it champion the pursuit of deeper, more meaningful relationships? As we embark on this exploration, we will uncover the Stoic perspective on friendship, dissecting the nature of superficial bonds and highlighting the virtues of authentic, profound connections. This journey is not just philosophical musing, it's a practical guide for the modern soul seeking depth in an often shallow world. It's about understanding the value of friendships that go beyond the surface, those that challenge us, nurture us, and contribute to our growth. Join me as we delve into the Stoic approach to choosing friends wisely, steering away from the allure of superficiality and embracing the richness of true companionship. In doing so, we don't just enrich our lives, we align them with the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, paving the way for genuine happiness and fulfillment. 1. Understanding superficial bonds. In our quest to discern the nature of friendships that Stoicism advises us to avoid, it is essential first to understand what constitutes a superficial bond. These are relationships often built on the sandy foundations of external factors, social status, material wealth, physical appearance, or even the convenience of circumstance. They are marked by their focus on what lies on the surface, rather than the deeper, intrinsic qualities of the individuals involved. From a Stoic viewpoint, superficial bonds are seen as fleeting and unstable. Much like the changing tides of fortune, these relationships are often governed by externalities that are not only beyond our control, but also irrelevant to our true nature and character. Stoicism, with its emphasis on virtue, self-improvement, and inner contentment, regards such connections as distractions from the pursuit of a meaningful and ethical life. The allure of these superficial bonds lies in their immediate gratification. They can provide instant pleasure, a sense of belonging, or social validation. However, they are often devoid of the nourishment required for the soul's growth. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true friendship is like a fertile soil, enriching and supportive, not a barren ground that looks appealing on the surface, but yields little sustenance. In understanding superficial bonds, we also recognize their transient nature. Relationships based on changing circumstances or external attributes are prone to fade as these variables shift. This impermanence stands in stark contrast to the Stoic ideal of enduring relationships built on mutual respect, shared values, and personal growth. As we move forward, let us keep in mind the Stoic guidance on friendships. It is not the quantity or the outward appeal of our relationships that counts, but the quality and depth. In the next sections, we'll dive deeper into the Stoic principles on friendship and how they guide us in fostering connections that are not just meaningful, but also aligned with our journey towards virtue and fulfillment. 2. Stoic principles on friendship. In the Stoic philosophy, friendships are not casual social conveniences, but profound bonds that significantly contribute to our moral and personal development. Stoicism teaches us to seek friends who reflect our values and aspirations, those who challenge us to grow, and who we can support in their journey towards virtue. The cornerstone of Stoic friendships is the principle of mutual respect. Stoicism encourages relationships grounded in a deep respect for each other's character and judgment. This respect is not based on external factors like social status or wealth, but on internal values such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. A Stoic seeks friends who embody these qualities, as these relationships foster an environment conducive to personal and moral growth. Another key Stoic principle is the focus on shared virtues. Stoics believe that true friendship is based on common goals and values, particularly the pursuit of a virtuous life. These friendships are marked by mutual encouragement in the practice of virtue and by holding each other accountable to high moral standards. In such relationships, friends serve as mirrors, reflecting back our strengths and weaknesses and helping us to see where we can improve. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of personal growth in friendships. They advocate for relationships that challenge us intellectually and morally, pushing us to question our beliefs, refine our character, and expand our understanding of the world. A Stoic friend is one who inspires us to be better, not one who complacently accepts us as we are without any encouragement to evolve. Lastly, Stoicism values authenticity and sincerity in friendships. Stoics eschew pretense and superficiality, advocating for honest and open communication. They believe that true friends should be able to speak freely and truthfully to each other, even when it's difficult. This authenticity fosters a deeper connection and trust, which are essential for a meaningful friendship. In summary, Stoic friendships are not about quantity, but quality. They are about building deep, meaningful connections with people who share our values and aspirations, who respect us for who we are, and who help us on our journey towards becoming our best selves. As we cultivate these kinds of friendships, we find that they not only enrich our lives, but also align us more closely with our Stoic ideals. 3. Dangers of superficial friendships. While superficial friendships may offer immediate pleasure or social convenience, they come with inherent risks that can be detrimental to our emotional and moral well-being. Stoicism, with its focus on inner peace and character development, alerts us to these dangers and encourages us to be discerning in our relationships. One of the primary dangers of superficial friendships is emotional dissatisfaction. Relationships based on external factors like status or material wealth often lack the depth required for genuine emotional support and connection. In such friendships, conversations and interactions are typically shallow, lacking the substance that nurtures the soul. This superficiality can leave us feeling empty and unfulfilled, craving more meaningful connections. Another risk is the lack of genuine support in times of need. Superficial friends are often fair-weather companions, present during times of prosperity, but absent during challenges. Stoicism teaches us that true friends are those who stand by us through adversity, offering support, guidance, and understanding. Superficial friendships lacking this depth of commitment can leave us isolated and unsupported when we need it most. Moreover, superficial friendships can influence us negatively. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of surrounding ourselves with virtuous individuals who inspire and challenge us to grow. In contrast, relationships based on superficiality may lead us to adopt negative habits or values, steering us away from our path towards virtue and self-improvement. There's also the danger of becoming overly concerned with external perceptions. Superficial friendships often involve a degree of posturing or pretending, as individuals strive to maintain the image that initially brought them together. This focus on appearances can distract us from our inner development and lead us to neglect our true selves in favor of societal expectations or approval. Finally, these types of friendships can be unstable and fleeting. Since they are based on factors that are subject to change, such as social friends, financial status, or personal interests, they are often not resilient to life's inevitable shifts and changes. This lack of stability can lead to a constant cycle of forming and dissolving relationships, which can be emotionally draining and unsettling. In recognizing these dangers, we are guided by Stoicism to seek deeper, more meaningful friendships, relationships that are grounded in mutual respect, shared values, and a commitment to personal growth. Such friendships enrich our lives, provide stable support, and align with our pursuit of a virtuous and fulfilling life. 4. Identifying superficial relationships. Recognizing superficial relationships in our own lives is a crucial step in aligning our social circle with our deeper values and Stoic principles. Here are some key indicators that can help identify these superficial bonds. Lack of depth in conversations. If interactions are consistently centered around trivial matters, gossip, or surface-level topics, with little to no engagement in meaningful or personal discussions, it may indicate a superficial relationship. Focus on external qualities. Friendships that are primarily based on external attributes like physical appearance, social status, or financial wealth, rather than shared values or mutual respect, often lack depth. Absence in times of difficulty. Superficial friends may be present during good times, but conspicuously absent or disinterested during challenging periods. A key trait of a meaningful friendship is consistent support and presence, regardless of circumstances. Feeling drained instead of energized. After spending time with these friends, if one consistently feels drained, unfulfilled, or even uncomfortable, it could be a sign that the relationship lacks genuine connection and positivity. Mutual exploitation. If the relationship feels more like a transaction, where each person is looking to gain something from the other, such as social connections, favors, or validation, without genuine care or support, it is likely superficial. Lack of personal growth. Friendships that do not challenge or support personal growth, or those that encourage negative habits or attitudes, are not in line with Stoic values and may be superficial. Once identified, it becomes essential to approach these superficial relationships with Stoic wisdom. This involves reflecting on our own values and priorities, understanding why we have maintained these relationships, and considering whether they serve our higher purpose of personal growth and virtue. Stoicism doesn't advocate for abrupt or insensitive severing of ties, but suggests a thoughtful and measured approach to realigning our social connections with our philosophical ideals. 5. Fostering deep and meaningful connections. Transitioning from superficial bonds to relationships that are deep and meaningful requires both introspection and action. Here are some ways to cultivate friendships that align with Stoic values of virtue, personal growth, and mutual support. Seek shared values and interests. Look for individuals who share similar values and interests. These commonalities can form the basis of a deeper connection. Engage in communities, clubs, or groups that align with your interests and values to meet like-minded individuals. Prioritize quality over quantity. Stoicism teaches the importance of quality in relationships rather than quantity. Invest time and energy in a few meaningful relationships rather than spreading yourself thin across many superficial ones. Cultivate open and honest communication. Authentic communication is key to deepening relationships. Encourage honest discussions about thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This openness fosters trust and understanding, which are essential for a meaningful connection. Be a good listener. Show genuine interest in others' lives. Practice active listening, which involves fully concentrating, understanding, responding, and then remembering what is being said. This not only shows that you care, but also helps in understanding them better. Encourage mutual growth. In a meaningful friendship, both parties should inspire and support each other's growth, share knowledge, challenge each other intellectually, and provide constructive feedback. Practice empathy and understanding. Try to understand your friends' perspectives and feelings. Empathy strengthens connections and fosters a supportive environment. Engage in meaningful activities together. Participate in activities that align with your shared values or interests. This could range from volunteering for a cause you both care about, to engaging in philosophical discussions, to pursuing a shared hobby. Be patient and allow relationships to evolve naturally. Deep connections are not formed overnight. Be patient and give your friendships time to develop depth and strength. By cultivating friendships based on these principles, you align your social life with Stoic values. These deeper connections not only enrich your life, but also contribute to your journey towards personal and moral growth. In the next section, we will explore how to transition away from superficial bonds in a manner that is respectful and in line with Stoic ethics. 6. Transitioning away from superficial bonds. Moving away from superficial relationships is a delicate process that requires tact, empathy, and self-awareness. Here's how you can approach this transition in a manner that aligns with Stoic principles. Reflect and assess. Begin by reflecting on your relationships. Identify which friendships feel superficial and why. Consider how these relationships align or don't align with your values and personal growth goals. Gradual distancing. Instead of abrupt endings, opt for a gradual distancing. This can be done by slowly reducing the frequency and intensity of your interactions. It's a respectful way to create space without causing unnecessary hurt or conflict. Communicate with compassion. If a conversation is necessary, approach it with compassion and honesty. Express your feelings and reasons without blaming or criticizing the other person. Remember, it's about realigning your social circle with your values, not devaluing the other person. Focus on personal growth. Redirect the time and energy you spent on superficial relationships towards activities that contribute to your personal development. Engage more deeply in hobbies, learning, or volunteering. Pursuits that enrich your life and align with your Stoic values. Maintain Stoic composure. Throughout this process, maintain a Stoic composure. Be prepared for any kind of response, including negative reactions, and handle them with calmness and understanding. Cultivate new relationships. As you distance yourself from superficial bonds, seek out new relationships that are more meaningful and aligned with your values. Look for people who share your interest in personal growth, virtue, and meaningful living. Practice gratitude and letting go. Be grateful for the experiences and lessons learned from these superficial relationships. Practicing gratitude helps in letting go of any negative feelings associated with these relationships. Stay true to your values. Always keep your values and personal growth at the forefront of your decisions. Friendships should enhance your journey towards living a virtuous life, as per Stoic principles. Remember, the goal is not to sever ties in a hurtful way, but to realign your social interactions in a manner that is more fulfilling and true to your Stoic values. In the next section, we will explore the benefits of deep and meaningful friendships in the context of living a Stoic life. Embracing deep and meaningful friendships in accordance with Stoic principles brings a multitude of enriching benefits that go far beyond the surface level of mere companionship. Such friendships serve as fertile grounds for personal growth and learning, offering a mutual exchange of wisdom and character refinement. In these relationships, we find not only intellectual stimulation, but also emotional support, especially crucial during times of adversity. Friends who share our values and commitments to Stoicism become mirrors to our inner selves, reflecting our strengths and weaknesses, and acting as catalysts for our ongoing pursuit of virtue and wisdom. This pursuit leads to greater life satisfaction, fulfilling our innate need for genuine connection and belonging. Moreover, deep friendships inspire us to embody the best versions of ourselves, encouraging acts of integrity, courage, and compassion that align with Stoic virtues. The joy and richness of shared experiences further strengthens these bonds, creating lasting memories and a profound sense of camaraderie. In practicing empathy and altruism within these relationships, we not only enhance our personal development, but also contribute to the well-being of a wider community. This harmonious and virtuous interaction echoes the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature and the greater societal good. Thus, deep and meaningful friendships are not merely a source of comfort. They are essential to our journey as Stoics, enriching our lives, challenging us to grow, and aligning us more closely with the virtues we strive to embody. In embracing such friendships, we find a reflection of our souls and a catalyst for our growth, underscoring the profound impact these relationships have on our Stoic journey towards a fulfilled life. Conclusion. As we draw our exploration to a close, it becomes evident how deeply the quality of our friendships influences our journey towards living a Stoic life. In choosing our friends wisely and steering clear of superficial bonds, we align ourselves not just with individuals, but with values and aspirations that resonate deeply with our innermost selves. Stoicism, far from being a mere philosophical doctrine, emerges as a practical guide for everyday living, especially in the realm of relationships. It teaches us to seek deep, mutual respect, shared virtues, and a personal growth in our friendships. These are not just ideals, but tangible practices that enhance the quality of our lives and our character. The transition from superficial to meaningful relationships is a journey of self-discovery and alignment with our true values. It requires reflection, discernment, and sometimes the courage to let go of what no longer serves our higher purpose. In doing so, we open ourselves to relationships that are not only fulfilling, but also instrumental in our pursuit of a virtuous life. As we cultivate these deep and meaningful connections, we experience the joy of true companionship, the strength of mutual support, and the exhilaration of shared growth. These friendships become a mirror reflecting our commitment to Stoic principles, challenging us to evolve and flourish. In conclusion, let this exploration serve as an invitation to examine the nature of your friendships. Seek those that enrich your soul, challenge your intellect, and align with your journey towards virtue. Remember, in the Stoic view, a friend is more than a companion. They are a partner in the pursuit of a good and meaningful life. May your friendships be deep, your connections genuine, and your path in life be ever aligned with the wisdom of Stoicism.